The job market for graphic design has been exploding over the last 10 years. We have seen new jobs pop up in multiple industries, multiple niche fields, everything from tech-related jobs for software as a service designers, in particular in Arizona, and then into print and publishing and in-house options for large corporations like banks. All of this work has been internalized, and now designers have a lot more opportunities. They can go into marketing, they can go into advertising, and there has just been, if a student wants to learn a niche, there are so many roles that they can take on. Graphic design provides a basis. Graphic designers have to communicate, and that is the predominant skill set. So you have to be able to look at the detail level picture and the high level picture. And being able to look at those two things simultaneously is what's going to set apart a decent graphic designer from an excellent graphic designer. So when an employer comes to a graphic designer and says, I need marketing materials that work both at the brochure scale and at the billboard scale, the graphic designer has to be able to tell them what parts of their communication can work at those varying scales. And this applies regardless of industry or niche, this ability to think of multiple things at once, to be mentally nimble. And that's a big part of our curriculum, is helping students understand how to be mentally nimble so that they can flexibly and efficiently provide good solutions for clients and employers in the future. That is probably the most important skill that a graphic designer can have. I've reorganized the graphic design department more toward a professional mindset by changing the curriculum to better reflect the kinds of projects and processes that students will do out in the workforce. Now, this is regardless of what field they go into. Students need to know how to work with stakeholders, they need to know how to work with employers, they need to know how to work with individual clients of varying sizes. And so we teach all that through practice projects coming from faculty that all have experience out in that real-life workforce. We hire people who are active designers so that they can teach our students how to design in the real world. Sometimes students think that graphic design is all computer-based, but the truth is that design is computer or tool agnostic, for that matter. When a designer has talent, the idea is what matters. Ideas are currency. This is what I tell my students. And it doesn't matter which tools you use to bring the idea forward. In fact, it's a huge limitation to be overly attached to a single tool, because as a designer, you constantly have to learn new tools, and the landscape of the tools that we have to learn changes all the time. 5 years ago, Figma was just starting out, and now that is the predominant software application used in user interface design. We teach students Figma here at Yavapai College, even though it's only been popular for the past 5 years, because it is important that everyone stays up to date. But even though we teach technological proficiency, we also teach how to move in between applications. And some of the ways that we teach are application independent. If you can come up with a good idea with a pencil and paper, then you can execute that idea in almost any tool. A student who will be a good graphic designer is someone who is open to feedback, someone who can embrace the process. A big part of design success is honing in on your process so that you can create the best product. A lot of times people have the mistaken impression that design is all about self-expression. But in reality, design is about effective completion of a brief. It is a service for a company or an individual or a cause. So a good designer is someone who can keep that service in front of mind as they're coming up with solutions. The first thing someone should do if they're interested in our program and would like to enroll is get in touch with one of our enrollment advisors here at Yavapai College. The enrollment advisors can help you get enrolled, start your progression plan, sign you up for the major. The next thing you can do is visit yc.edu, which is the college website, where our progression plan is listed in full, and you can see all of the classes that you need to take in order to finish the program. You can self-enroll online if you want, and you can start with the beginning of the progression plan, and it will tell you exactly what classes you need to take each term.